Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to give more on a video I just made about Social Blade. But also, first I want to mention, yesterday I went out and when I left my home, there was immediately I was hit with this smell, kind of like the lighter fluid you use for barbecue. And like boom, hit me. And also right at the same time I saw a helicopter, not real close, but I could see it, and it was a black one, so it looked like to me. And I was like, whoa. And I went back in and told Adam, and I went ahead and left, and he was still smelling and seeing it. And I was wondering what it was. Well, my first thought was there must have been a house caught on fire. Although it smelled like barbecue lighter fluid. And I was thinking maybe that was somebody, was having a barbecue, but I didn't think so because we're in this heat wave, and yeah, it wasn't just didn't seem like something somebody'd be doing. And as it turned out, later on I saw, and then he said this morning he saw, I didn't tell him, but from what he saw, he knew, I didn't know, that it was a house burned down not too far from here. That was weird. That guy, he may have been around my age, riding his bicycle. Yeah. Let's see, what does it say? Well, you just made your mind up where you weren't going to go. 99 degrees, it's 11:31 on July 22nd, 2022. Now, today's Friday, and I also wanted to mention that you see how my mount is for my cell phone, how it's basically pointing up. Well, this is one I replaced because of that, and the one I replaced it with, but brand new. It didn't last long, it broke, and so I haven't been able to find a new one. I finally ordered one from the place where I bought the one that I replaced, but this one's being shipped. And today's Friday, and it's supposed to be here on Monday. So that's good, because I get tired of this. Yeah. And at some point I'll probably start showing the sky. This is why I replaced it. I got two or three, what are they called? Scrunchies trying to hold it up. Before, I think I was using my other phone, which was lighter than this one. So, yeah, it's probably going to do it. Anyway, I'm going to get us something to eat for lunch. We both kind of agree that it's, for us, and I don't know about health-wise, but for us, as far as the rest of it, cooking, cleaning, and all that, it's easier for us to go get something to eat. And, yeah. And it's just, some of it seems like it's cheaper even. But I don't like cooking. Plus, with the heat wave right now, cooking just doesn't. But we don't eat out every meal. We usually have, I do cook, and we'll have some leftovers, or we'll buy a box of chicken and it'll last us 3 meals, one each day, one for 3 days. And just something like that. We usually buy something that's going to last us more than 1 meal. We don't eat them, both of them, the same day, though. You got what I'm saying. Anyway, now I wanted to update this on, I just did a video probably an hour ago, maybe even, but about this with Social Blade, that I was noticing something weird on it. How my ranks were much better, much better. You see those cows? Nope, you're seeing the sky. You're seeing the trees. But anyway, my ranks were so much better. I have more than one channel because I do these storylines, this series. Let me get that straight. Very rough drafts recordings for series I'm writing, and I put those on various channels. Bunch them with storylines on various channels. And some of them I had printed about a year ago, a little over a year ago, from Social Blade. And I don't want to go through the whole story, the whole background, but one of the things that I was wondering about, finally, while I was sitting there talking about all of it. Yeah, the gas is $3.79 now. It's gone down quite a bit. But one of the things I was wondering about was this of how it had it listed, the channel, each different one. And I said that, some of them are people. I think it's people in vlogs, but it just says people on Social Blade or entertainment for mine. I don't know about the rest of them. But my channels, I had not too long ago, I don't know how long. I don't know how I did it, when I changed them or whatever. But the two channels that I was wondering about if it mattered if it's on people or entertainment as far as the social rankings. And I went back and I looked, okay, because I printed them out today, in fact, this morning. And I printed some of them out before. Well, all of them out at the beginning of the month, and some of them before them. Anyway, it was a big difference from just a little over a year ago than it was this year. It was just so much better, all of them. And the ones that I had, that kind of information on. So anyway, yeah, a lot of background, still having to say it because it's not going to make sense. But it doesn't make a difference. Well, I noticed in my channels, I had said, I have several, that only 2 of them were as people. I guess it's people in vlogs. And, I got to turn in this one. And, the rest were on entertainment. I'm like, okay. But they're still showing within the same amount of, similar amount of improvement. They're not in the millions, they're just in the 100,000s. Whatever number, about 100,000, like 700. Most of them, I think, are around 700 something thousand. Thousandth Social Blade rank. Anyway, would it matter if it's under blogs, people, or would it matter if it was under entertainment? So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm in the wrong lane here. I want to end it, but then it starts back up here. But, would it make a difference? I guess they're parked there. I don't think you're supposed to park there. Maybe so. Okay, yeah, it looks like it changes right here. Anyway, so, let's turn only. Okay, I don't go down this road much, can you tell? I'm not, but this is not my road to go down. And I hope I'm in the right place, even. But anyway, so I'm curious. If I change them, and I look maybe a couple weeks from now, I don't know how long it takes to update. I know that it says something like if you check every day, but I don't know. I don't know how many days it takes before it updates. Sometimes it seems like a couple weeks or so. So, I'm going to try that and see. Does it make a difference? But I wanted to say about those two channels that, that were the only ones under people, still under people, I would imagine. That I never had changed them. Some of the other ones were too, under people, but I changed them to entertainment. Now, I'm curious if those two, about those two that were under people, first off, about them, what was interesting is those are the 2 channels I feel are the best, my best channels. Okay? Now, the first one it has a good amount of, the top one, that I feel is the top one, has a good amount of subscribers. The other one, not so much, but at least it gets them every once in a while. The other ones that are under entertainment, not so much. Really, not so much. So I'm trying to figure out what should I do, because I want to test it. This is what I like to do. It's my thing. One of my things that I like to do, just for keeping my brain active and all, thinking as a social and behavioral scientist. But it's just something I've enjoyed doing, and this is usually it's the analytics on YouTube, but the Social Blade is something kind of new. I've done them before, like I said, Oh my goodness, there were way too many people here. Huh. That's what Adam wanted, and that's way too many. Way too many people to wait in line. I'll be there an hour. So maybe I should call him and see what he wants other than that. Okay, I pulled over to call him, and he was trying, I don't know what he was thinking. Because I'm not going to stay in that line. No way. I couldn't even really get into the line. And I don't think he was snapping to attention on what I was saying. And anyway, I didn't know there was an Aldi over there. I don't like Aldi. I'm not an Aldi fan. But I didn't know there was one over there. Anyway, so then he said he wanted me to go to this other place. I said, you do remember just the other day, or last week or something, we tried to go there, and they told us that it was they weren't taking. Once we got up to it, having trouble in the line, getting them to understand what I was ordering. They got the first part, but then they screwed up after that. Anyway, then they said we are only taking cash. He wanted me to go that way. I'm like, dude, do you remember? Me right now, I don't care. I really don't care what I have for lunch, period. And usually, if I did, I would say it, but I really don't care right now. Then he said he wanted pizza. I said, well, there is a hamburger place right over there, because he was wanting hamburger. And I said, which one do you really want? I finally had to say it. Which one do you really want? And he said, well, honestly, he said, well, he wanted pizza. And I said, okay, if I go there and they're busy, I'm just going to go wherever I can find something. Seriously, he was like making me crazy. Really. How are you throwing up your hands like that? Now, the sign back there said turn only here, but it doesn't say so there. Anyway, okay, let's see. I went there, and I saw a ladder through the window that they had a ladder out, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get it. And I called Adam, told him, I'm not gonna get a pizza if they're doing construction work in there. And it was right. The ladder was right up, and I didn't see that many people around. So anyway, so I'm just gonna go here and get a burger. Okay, this is not going right. Oh my goodness, the woman was so rude. And I told her, I am one who says, let me speak to your manager. She was so rude. I told her, and she was basically talking and laughing with other people that she was working with, so she couldn't understand me because she wasn't listening. Yeah, she was laughing and joking around, thought it was funny. But I told her what I wanted was, one with double meat. That's what Adam wants, double meat. He doesn't want the number 2, which is the one that has jalapenos, because he doesn't like jalapenos. And I told her that, and she was laughing and cutting up and talking with other people. And then she asked me, she said, so you want the number 2? And I said, no, I don't, because the jalapenos. She said, what? I said you wanted double meat. I said, no, you didn't. You asked me if I wanted number 2. And I don't want that because of the jalapenos. Well, I didn't say that. You didn't listen. I said, I want to speak to your manager. And she just waited and waited and waited. She finally said, do you want to order? I said, I want to speak to your manager. And she said, she's not here. I said, figures. I went around and I gave her a little hand signal. No, not that one. But one my mother used to give people as I went through. Man, I tell you, the people that are working, too many, not all, but too many of the people working these days are just so freaking rude. Really. I say I live in life in Narcissismville. No place should have a reputation. It's kind of a joke, and it's not this city. It's certain areas, and I'm just saying it for certain people behave that way. And that being the life in Narcissism kind of thing. The people that behave like, that was just, really. First off, she's cutting up and laughing and joking and all this stuff while she's taking an order in the drive-thru, and and then she's going to blame the customer because she wasn't listening. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go to one more place, and I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And like yesterday, I was in this, it's a place I never go to, and I didn't go to because a few years ago we went to it, and the way that it looked, we both said it. He's usually not one to say much, but I said no, and because what they were doing, I actually called the corporate office to ask because what they were doing seemed really bad, and I will do it. I'm telling you, I'm a social behavioral scientist. I'm not one to just say, okay, you know. But of course, people who are, well, mister just run right out in front of me. Well, yeah, you on the road. And I know you can see my SUV. It's not that easy to miss. Yeah. Okay, I really hope that I was actually recording that whole thing that I was talking about. But I'm having to go to the third one. So if I missed that whole clip because it wasn't recording, oh well. I'm going to a third one. Or a fourth one, yeah, because of the rudeness in the last one. And anyway, I was saying that yesterday I was out looking at something in a certain area, and I just went ahead and got us something from a place, and that place I have not been to in years. I figure by now, around here with the whole thing of revolving door jobs, that by now maybe they have straightened up and weren't doing this thing that really is, according to their corporate office, they are not supposed to be doing that. Okay. Years ago, I called, and I'm not one to shy away from that. Nope, social behavioral scientist. I'm not one to shy away. And how are things going to change if nobody complains? But it was bad. I mean, they were stuffing stuff that they shouldn't to make it look bigger, okay? Make it look right, okay? Okay, it doesn't look like that clip actually made it to the cut. I guess it wasn't on at the time. And now here I'm driving up to order. Okay, I just went in to Wendy's, and the people were so nice. I'm serious. The first guy, I could tell at what moment these people that I have seen, like at the last one, when they go off, because if they have to ask, because they're not listening, they're not tuned in. I am serious. They're working, but they're talking with other people. Like that one she was laughing and cutting up with the people she was working with, ha ha ha, and all that, and whatever they were joking about. And then she tells me that I didn't hear her right. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I said. Good. Anyway, this guy here, I could tell at the moment when some of these people, I am serious about this. Some of them, I don't know, you don't have your blinker on, I don't know where you're going. And when some of them would just go all off, I am serious. It may just be that, I have said this before, pockets of, areas where the people that work in places are generally quite often rude. And I've gone a little bit further from there. Nice. And anyway, I could tell when usually somebody would go off, but he was just kind of cool, laid back kind of guy. Of course, one doesn't mean all that it would always be that way. Of course not. But he was all cool and laid back and, all chill. That was his kind of attitude, I can imagine him saying it. But it's so nice to see when people are polite. And like I've said before, from that direction over there, I could go like about 10 miles, give or take, to a different suburb. And people would be like that. They would be very nice. Difference of night and day from that pocket. That's one of them. And curious what Adam's going to say. This has turned into a drive vlog. Real life happens in the middle of the video. But I did just want to kind of sum all that stuff up that I'm trying to figure out if I want to change them all, then check them in a couple weeks and see if, or just check them next Friday too. Fridays are kind of down days for me. Not much else to do. Maybe I'll check it next week and see if it's changed, and then the next Friday. I think it takes about 2 weeks, really. But I know it says, like I said in that last video, that if you check yours more often, your own social blade, then it updates more. I don't know. I could be lying. I could be wrong. Don't take it my word. Check it out yourself. But anyway, I'm curious what Adam's going to say. Because he also wanted onion rings. At first he doesn't want any fries because a hamburger's enough. And then he wanted onion rings. He said that might be good. Back and forth. But, and then remember he wanted pizza. Let's see. That was the 4th place. And this happens quite often. You know, like the last time we went together. And if we go together, forget it. It's going to take, there'll be several times before we're both satisfied with what we want. And, but that person waited until we got all the way to the window and said, "Oh, we're not taking any credit cards. We're only taking cash." He didn't have his wallet on me. I don't carry cash. I think I carry like a few dollars. And I don't carry enough to buy a meal. Probably should. My wallet's so old. Well, no, I finally did change it. I keep forgetting about that because I don't use it. Yes, I do. I put my credit card in. Hello, wake up. Yeah. Anyway, it turned into a vlog. But I did want to give a little update on that. And I'm trying to figure out, I still don't know if maybe if I either go in and change them all to people and see what happens, or change them all to entertainment and see what happens, or just change them from what they already are and see what happens. You know, also, what else do they have? You know, all I know, the only ones I've ever used were, I know there's probably how-tos and some of the stuff I would have imagined. I've only used people and vlogs, and that's just one, and then the other one is the entertainment. So, and the settings, and then maybe go back and change all of the videos on that channel to that. I don't know how it works, but that's a lot of changing and trying since I have those channels. But maybe it's so. Maybe I just change them. I don't know. Maybe I just change them. I guess, I don't know. I'll see what I'm going to do. Decisions. Because I really want to see if it's a difference. Well, maybe just change them all to people and, you know, the people in vlogs one, and see how that works out. And the next time, after it's given an update and I can see what happens, and then maybe the next time I change them all to entertainment. I don't know. We'll see. Corner right there, they both lanes turn, and ever since 20-something years, people in the inside lane, they too many of them will go think that they're the only ones to turn. I don't know how they miss it. But, and then when they resurfaced these roads, they had the turning thing wrong. They put it on wrong at first, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what kind of chaos is that going to cause? Where did I get charged from? But then not too long after that, they cleaned it up. Got it back to where it used to be. Yeah, you want total chaos? That would have been total chaos. Probably was. Well, they switched it back. It wasn't very long though. Yeah, somebody probably called and complained right away. Don't just change the way the roads work. But anyway, I like doing things like this. It gives my brain, it exercises my brain, as I feel. Otherwise, it's just everything, day in, day out, the same old. Anyway, I was going to say that Adam and I had we'd already agreed that because of what they're talking about in the news and all this stuff, not to go into businesses, and then he's wanting me to go into the pizza place, and then I had told him I don't mind going to places that are big. Well, that pizza place is really small. I mean, very small. And I reminded him, well, not happening. But I don't know. There's so much more I could say that, but I'm leaving all that stuff out. Oh, I wonder what's going on up here. I don't like it when people park over there, right there, because it's so easy to think that road just continues to go. It is. It's freaked me out before. I just don't know what's going on over there. I'm rubbernecking, as they call it. Anyway, you know what? I think I'll wrap this up, and I'll talk to you on another video. By the way, it's still 99 degrees. After all that, I'll talk to you on another video.